There are some dumb things in regard to blood pressure that really, man, they bother me. And they bother me a lot because it concerns me that many people are taking medication simply because of a false reading. And so in this video, I'm going to cover some things that I think are dumb, and you let me know if you've experienced these things in the comment section down below. Before we get into these things that are very concerning, I just want to say that today's video sponsor is Bioptimizers. They have a product called Magnesium Breakthrough. I take this. I take 2 at nighttime, and what I do is it helps me sleep, it helps me with muscle recovery. There's 7 different types of magnesium in this product. That's what I like about it. That's what I think is really cool, because you don't have to think about which magnesium you need to take for which different type of problem. It's just got it all. It absorbs real well, easy on my stomach. I think you should take it with food, but I don't. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. There's a link down below if you want to look at it with the discount code. I know that there are different types of magnesium supplements out there, so just look at the product, see if it's right for you. So let's get into these dumb things. Number 1, white coat syndrome. This is just simply fear. Now, typically with white coat syndrome, your systolic number will go higher because of stress. Now, if you don't know what white coat syndrome is, I've made lots of videos on it on my channel. However, white coat syndrome is where you actually have a normal blood pressure, but every time you go to the doctor, you get nervous, you're anxious, they rush you into the room, they take the blood pressure right away without you resting. And of course, because of your nervousness, the systolic number, the first number of the blood pressure numbers, goes up. So what do? They give you medication without actually tracking your blood pressure in a more relaxed setting. So diagnosing someone with high blood pressure just based upon one finding one time is ridiculous. I don't know any medical doctors that do that, but I've heard that they do. So if that's happened to you, let me know in the comment. There are ways to kind of relax your body before you go into the doctor's office, but some doctors are reluctant to let you do that. The second thing is the crossing the legs. Now, did you know when you're on the exam table, if your legs are crossed, that your blood pressure actually goes up? That seems a little rinky-dink. What about a full bladder? That's number 3. If your bladder is full, your blood pressure will go up. Number 4, if your feet are not on the ground and your arms are not relaxed and you don't have back support, your blood pressure goes up. Number 5, if you take your blood pressure when you just walk into the office, they rush you into the exam room, they slap that blood pressure machine on, they take your blood pressure is higher than if you waited 5 minutes. That's kind of crazy. Number 6, your blood pressure is not at heart level. So if your arm is down, if your arm is too high, these blood pressure numbers can be radically different. Now, here's what bugs me about it, is that if a serious condition like high blood pressure, if the testing procedure can be done so poorly and come up with different outcomes randomly, then that isn't a good test. Let me give you an example. I'm a doctor of chiropractic. I've been doing this for 26 years, and the methods that I use, regardless of whether you're stressed or not stressed, regardless of whether you're sitting down or standing, regardless of anything, in theory, I should be able to find the movement patterns of your spine that are restrictive, that are causing you pain. So it doesn't matter whether you pop a bunch of Advil or fake the injury, I should be able to know whether you have a motion restriction in a joint that's affecting your nervous system, irregardless of anything else. So in other words, the testing procedure has to be done so that I can find the problem. Likewise, what if you had cancer? Let's say you had cancer and you had armpit pain and they were searching for breast cancer, and whether or not your legs were crossed or you had a full bladder or you were standing or sitting, the x-ray couldn't tell whether the cancer was there or not, or the cancer could be different depending on if your legs were crossed or if you were stressed. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Well, when it comes to blood pressure, if we're going to start giving people blood pressure medication, we have to have a standardization of how to measure blood pressure. And they do. They do. But I've never had any nurse test me in my blood pressure when I go to my primary care doctor properly, and many people have said the same thing. When they test your blood pressure, it is supposed to be your resting, relaxed blood pressure. You should go into the office and be relaxed. You should be sitting down, legs are not crossed, left arm is at heart level. The blood pressure should be checked multiple times in multiple visits to get an idea of what the average blood pressure is. But the problem is that many people don't do that. That's the challenge. And that's what pisses me off in regarding blood pressure. So if you thought this video was interesting, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, bell notification. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. What do I care? I won't even know, because YouTube hides the thumbs down. Why did they start doing that? I have no idea. But regardless of that, let me know what you think about this subject in the comment section down below. And if you want to really lower your blood pressure and you want a complete guide of how to do it, then there'll be a box right here. This is my complete guide video of how to lower your blood pressure naturally, and that will give you all the information that you need to help yourself.